Hello, everybody, and welcome back. And can you believe it has been 20,000 miles I have been driving the Slingshot through our country, and it is now time for its 20,000 miles scheduled maintenance. So what we are going to do is we're going to inspect the belt drive, make sure that it's clean of debris, rock, make sure it's all in running condition. Then we are going to check the gear drive oil, make sure the oil level's fine because that has been leaking. Transmission, so we're going to make sure the oil level is at an acceptable level, as well as air filter, engine oil, and filter as well, and using the Polaris recommended oil replacements. So sit back, relax as we go through this. It should be a pretty quick video for you. It's going to take me most of the day to get this done, being that YouTube magic, you get the good stuff. I, on the other hand, have to do the hard stuff. All right. So I hope you enjoy. Subscribe, like, share with your friends, critique it. Tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm bad. Do what you can. Just stay to the end of the video for me. So now we're at this part of our 20,000 mile checkup, and it is time to drain the oil. Guiding you through the night. I know it feels like the night's getting longer and light is harder to find. I promise I'll always be there. I'll remind you when you close your eyes. If they set for me tomorrow, even if I leave right now. And here comes the fun part. Whenever in doubt, you can find me when the lights turn out. When the lights turn out. Every time, right? Every single time. And it's all over everything now. And just when you think you're more than adequately prepared to handle this kind of stuff, yeah, I got the drain pan there, I'm good to go, got my camera out. There's no way this one's gonna be the failure. You know, it's every single time. And I know there's tons of tricks, and I've used them before to kind of avoid this, but it's still a thing. And it's always going to be a thing. It's just part of it. So if you don't want to have to deal with this, pay the dealership to do your oil change. Otherwise, it's just part of the problem. It's just going to be what it is. All right, drain plugs back in, oil's out, cleaned up. Now it's time to go back up top, fill it up, and check where we're at. Make sure we don't have any leaks. I forgot the oil filter. I think you install it just like this, right? Of course the filter's on tight, right? She's moving. Alright, gonna stop there. I'm not 100% certain that when I pull this filter off, if it's going to drain what I already put in the oil pan. It shouldn't, I know, but with this drain plug went, might as well be prepared either way. Looks like it is not. I lucked out. All right, old filter off, new filter on. You know what I did not check? If it was double gasketed. Old gasket came off, I'm good. So, I mean, this is a basic oil change. I mean, not much to say about it. I know this is a really bad dad joke, but in filming, I'm always having a difficulty as to trying to figure out which filters I should use when I'm recording. Number one, number two, number one, number two. I know, it's horrible. Now, as far as the brake fluid, clutch fluid, I think it's pretty clear cut. Most of us know how to do it. We've done it before, and it's pretty obvious, right? It'll be from a clear color to either really dark, opaque. It'll have floaties inside of it. It just doesn't look right. So, quick little visual inspection. You see I still got some good color in there, no distortion. Really can't see anything floating inside there. And you can see it has discolor, but it's not horrible. Should I replace it? Yes. Do I currently have the proper capabilities? No. To do this properly, I'll need some type of vacuum pump. I might also need to test it properly. I know the ABS brake has some systems in there, and that is something I'm going to leave up to the dealership. Also, we all know if we've all gotten oil changes nowadays, they've actually started testing these brake fluid reservoirs to see how the brake fluid is. So if you can, buy some of those strips on Amazon. I know they're out there. Purchase them, test your fluid, and that'll tell you if you need to replace it or not. Me personally, at this point, I'll probably bring it to the dealership and let them decide. Because I don't have the test strips. Two, I don't have the capability because it's ABS, and I really don't want to mess with it and mess it up. It's a safety system. I'm not touching it. Clutch fluid, about the same color. See the inside as I splash everywhere. That's actually really clean. A hell of a lot cleaner than when I came back from Tail of the Dragon. That had black material in it, had some kind of white material in it, it was discolored. It was not pretty. I knew there was something completely wrong. So I've lifted this rear tire way higher than it needs to be. I did this just because it's easier for me to be able to sit down in the chair and do this so I'm not sprawled out on the ground, and a little bit easier to film this video. So what I'm going to do now, I've taken off the wheel for a multitude of reasons. One, I want to be able to see everything. It gets in my way, but I'm going to take this so I'm going to get this beak out of the way, and that'll give us access to the belt drive. Part of the reason I took the wheel off is to be able to access this screw a little easier, because with the wheel in the way, this thing's a pain in the butt to get to. So this makes life a little easier. Shock's in the way, that's why I can't use a screwdriver. Hex head with the wrench, or a star bit with the wrench, so that makes it a little bit accessible until I can do it by hand. Tech tip of the day. Doesn't mean it's a good one, but it's a tech tip. Alright, so what we're going to do here is, as I slowly possibly can, I am just going to turn this belt drive by hand and just check the belt for any pits, any rocks that may have wedged themselves in here, done some damage. So as you see there's not much as far as rocks and debris. It does look a little dirty, so what I'm going to do is clean that up a little bit. Probably got a little scrub brush somewhere. I don't think I'm going to take the belt completely off, as I don't see a really big need for that. Plus, in order to do that, I believe I have to remove the rear shock, and I'm not too fond of doing that right now, especially because it's hot. Now, I know somewhere there is a specification as to what the flex on this belt is supposed to be. I'm not doing this right here, right now, because I'm assuming in order to do that, you have to have the wheel on, vehicle on the ground with the load onto the suspension. That way that this belt is in its tension mode. Here it's got some obvious slack, but I also have the suspension in full extension. So that's going to give me a false reading if I try to take it from here. What I'm trying to do right now is just look at the belt, clean the belt, make sure it's in operating order to continue on to the next ride I do. That's a safer route. I get a little crink sound when I'm driving, and they told me it's because the belt is dirty. So I got to clean it off and lubricate it. So we'll do that now and then leave the flex for another day. So now it's all done. I just put a light coat of oil onto the belt just to moisten it up. What really surprised me in doing this, I did not realize how much buildup this gets. Kind of makes sense. You got a lot of dust, you're putting it under a lot of pressure, and it's just forcing it onto that belt. I pressure wash this thing at least once a week. When I'm doing my typical car wash, I thought it was just going to come out pretty clean, but as you can see in this water, and it's already starting to settle, that's pretty nasty. And that's just with the light brush. This is a detailing brush. This is nothing that's going to scrub and get real detailed. This is just a light cleaning, and that's what built up than that 20,000 miles. I did take it to the dealership and I believe they cleaned it one other time. Don't quote me on that. I may have to go back on paperwork to verify that. But just this one cleaning, it's something that needs to be done. So is it a waste of time? I don't believe it was. I learned a lot from this, so it should be quite interesting. And put the claw and everything back on.
Now if I can get this on video really well, you will see that this is covered in grease. It's been like this for a while. It's been leaking for a long time. I told the dealership they did some service on it, I'm assuming, but as you can see, this angle is where I'm hitting it with the pressure washer, trying to keep it clean. So I know we're leaking quite a bit. Definitely something that's gonna have to be dealt with really soon by the dealership, because I don't know what the cost of this drive is gonna be, but I guarantee it's not gonna be pretty. So we're just gonna hit it up with some brake clean, see if we can't clean it off. From here, it looks like we're just gonna crack this open, check the fluid level, add any if we need to. As you can see, the little symbol there says it's supposed to be gear oil. So let's get cracking.
Also did a quick inspection of the alternator belt. I couldn't see any signs of cracking, fraying. Everything seems to be working properly with the alternator belt, and so that's good. I checked my battery connections, those are good. I cleaned out my brakes, I measured those, and I know I'm still good on those. And I believe that's just about it that I can do here in my garage. A few other things on the list are for the dealership to do. Alignment is one of them, and a couple other things in the manual. There's a full listing on Slingshot's Polaris Slingshot website. Under the owner manuals, you'll find some resources there that will tell you specifically what the dealership should be doing. And the brakes, by the way, is one of those. And that's about it. That's my 20,000 mile video. If any of you guys have any ideas that you guys want videos of on Slingshots that nobody's answering those questions, let me know. I more than likely don't have the answer. I will do my best to find it, but if I don't find it, great. We both are clueless. But if we find some information, we might be able to make a great video out of it. So again, another video is done. I hope to see you guys out in the streets.